Okay, we are back with some more Fate Stay Night. Okay, we're gonna get to share this time. I've said this every single episode for the past six. I think this is number six. I've said that every single time for the past six. We're finally gonna get there today. I'm confident. Night, where even the moonlight is obscured. A student is lying on the cold hallway floor, and Archer is standing still. He is staring blankly at the student. A smell hits my nose. The blood on the floor makes it clear that it's the smell of death. Follow him, follow him, Archer. Lancer will probably go back to his master. They won't. They won't be the. This won't be worth it unless we at least find out who his master looks like. Archer goes after Lancer. I'm left alone with the student lying on the floor. Ooh. Because of again, I don't want to spoil it for anyone who doesn't know. Um, but I'll talk about. I might, if I remember, I'll talk about this more when we get to that point. But some context of later just made me go like, oh, well, this is actually a way more interesting scene than I initially thought. I can't look straight at him, but I must. This is my fault. This is my fault. This is my fault. Ever since I was a child, ever since I became the successor of Tosaka, I've been preparing for something like this. There's no good or evil for Magi. I've always told myself that this road only has my blood and the blood of others, so one shot from Lancer's lance, huh? You can't be saved with your heart pierced. I don't know how long it's been since Lancer killed him. Was he lucky or unlucky to be pierced through the heart? I guess Lancer's attack isn't a simple external wound, as the flow of blood from the rupture isn't too severe. It's not too severe, but it's all over when the brain doesn't get any more. No, basically, if his heart were pierced, he would have died instantly. But it's amazing he isn't dead yet. Yes, he's still breathing faintly as if to give his last scream. That will only last a few more seconds. He can't heal his own wounds, and I don't have enough power to save him either. I have to look at his face. I should at least do that. I try to touch the head, facing the ground, and realize my fingertips won't move. They're trembling. I wonder why. I'm used to such things. I've had to make these kinds of choices many times before. I've lost many things due to my mistakes and my selfishness. That's why I'm ready for a day like this. So why? Why am I so angry at myself? Sorry. I'll see you off at least. I control my trembling fingers and my failing knees with my will and look at the face of the student. A huge smacking sound. It really feels like something hit my head with a hammer. Stop it. Why does it have to be you? I grit my teeth. Not not to suppress my trembles. I'm really pissed off. Why is it him? Why did it have to be him? I'm not mad at Lancer for killing a witness quickly and perfectly, just as a servant should do. I'm just angry at him for staying late at this place. On this day. Sakura's face flashes into my mind. She will definitely cry. And I'll recall one red-tinted day after school a long time ago. A distant sunset. Someone always running alone. And a boring girl staring at that from afar away. And before me, the corpse of someone who happened to get involved. There is a way. I might fail and lose my last resort in the process, but there is still a way. No, I'll lose my last resort whether I succeed or fail, so the result for me won't change. It's a mistake. The fact of his death is already determined. This is my fault for not noticing the things around me. It's his fault for unluckily staying late. So I don't need to go that far. Yes, because this is what my father, who gave me nothing else, left for me. A powerful chunk of magical energy, a reliable last resort to win through this battle. A precious, precious thing just for me. So what? So what, idiot? I shake the feeling off and kneel in front of the one who will become a corpse in another second. Man, I've done it. The pendant in my hand becomes lighter. My father's memento. Wait. Thumbnail? Question mark? No, the thumbnail will probably be Shiro. Probably be Shiro. I don't know. Whatever I decide, we'll see. My father's memento is drained, almost to emptiness, and falls onto the what used to be a dying body. Well, it can't be helped. Yes, it can't be helped. I didn't have the power or skills to revive someone with a damaged heart, damaged blood vessels, and on the verge of brain death on top of that. That's why I had to make up for my lack of skill with this powerful object. It's lucky he was still breathing. If he was completely dead, no amount of magical energy could have revived him. But since he was still alive, I just did what I could and ended up saving his life. It would have been awful if I failed, but since I succeeded, I guess it's alright. Yeah, I feel fulfilled to be honest, so this wasn't such a bad experience. I'm just bluffing. Let's go. What's done is done. I have to head back before he wakes up. Yeah, there's no need for me to stay here any longer. Archer should be following Lancer, so I should go home by myself. On my way back, I remember. I left the pendant at school. Just a pendant now. The magical energy has been drained out of it. Oh well. It's no more use. I have no more use for that pendant. Sure might have a bit of magical energy left in it, but surely less than the 10 jewels I have. What my father intended to leave for me was enough magical energy to win the Holy Grail War. So now, without magical energy, that thing is meaningless. I enter my house without saying anything and sit on the sofa. Archer isn't back yet. I sigh and listen to the clock for a few minutes. Ugh. Huh? I have to switch gears. What am I doing daydreaming after a battle like that? I jump up and brew some tea. There are so many things to think about. Most importantly, the servants. I have just witnessed a battle between servants and I've only understood intellectually. Lancer, huh? I panicked when he almost used a noble phantasm, but I would have found out his identity if he'd used it. The easiest way to beat an enemy servant is to learn their identity. Ignoring for the moment the idiot who doesn't even know his own identity, the biggest weak point of a servant is their true name. Discovering the servant's true name, in other words, figuring out their identity, should let you take a guess at what kind of noble phantasm they might have. It goes without saying, but since servants are heroic spirits, they have a legend associated with them. If you figure out their legend, you should be able to find out most of their abilities. Servants are called by their class names because they want to hide their true names. Because the more famous a hero is, the more people know about their weapons and their weaknesses. A heroic spirit that becomes a servant never gives out their true identity. The only one that knows the servants' identities are the masters. There's even a tacit understanding that the masters hide their servants' identities while trying to discover the identities of the others. This is the 5th Holy Grail War. The qualities of the servants are determined by ranks of who summoned the heroic spirits. Summoned heroic spirits. It goes without saying that the more famous heroes, the heroes with better weapons are stronger. But it's difficult to summon such heroic spirits. To summon a heroic spirit, one must have a connection with them such as a weapon they use during their lives. Even the Magic Association has a few such things. So generally, one will summon a heroic spirit that suits them, like I did. A servant's strength is determined by the rank of the heroic spirit. But it's not that simple, as even the most powerful heroic spirits may have a hard time depending on the class they are assigned to. That is because the special abilities assigned to each class, the possibility of the weak defeating the strong. The 7 classes each have a different additional ability, and one even has a chance of defeating an opponent higher rank depending on the ability's affinity. To take an example, an infamous hero has defeated a great hero 4 times in the past. As far as I know, the most powerful... Take an example as an infamous hero has defeated a great hero 4 times in the past? Is she talking about like past Holy Grail Wars there? I don't actually know what she's talking about there. As far as I know, the most powerful servant is Saber. In all the previous 4 wars, Saber has made it to the final fight. It is said that the 3 classes, Saber, Lancer, and Archer, have strong magic resistance. To put it simply, magic is pretty much useless against them. It's because there are fighters who fought through the age of myths, when magics were used widely. Magic that Moggies use now would probably dissipate just by touching them. Anyway, that's why these 3 classes are considered the basics and the best. Another that's worthy of mention is a Servant Berserker. The heroic spirits summoned into this class lose their sanity. Just as the name implies, they become a mad warrior puppet of their master. The benefit from this is a strengthening of their power, far exceeding the powers that they had when they were alive. However, the more powerful a servant becomes, the greater a burden it imposes on the master. In the past, masters who summoned Berserker couldn't control the rampaging servants, and destroy themselves by running out of magical energy. No exceptions. The winners and losers of the Holy Grail War are largely determined by the abilities of the servants. Well, I expect there are ways to win by the master's efforts, but it's basically a fight between the servants. This is why a master should be very careful when summoning a servant. It kind of sounds like you just summoned Berserker. You basically just signed your own loss at that point. I silently consider the plans we should make from now on. The clock, fixed already, strikes 11 while I do so. And I missed the hang on. And Archer comes home. Yep, alright, okay. We're good. Welcome back. How did it go? I'm sorry, I failed. It must have been one cautious master. At the very least, Lancer's master is not on this side of town. As I expected. Lancer was alone, and it seems his master isn't the type to show up for the battle personally. I see. Well, I guess it won't be that easy. Yes, there's no way everything will go as I might hope, so it can't be helped. Let's consider what happened tonight as a tuition fee for the lessons learned. You seem down, Master. Where are your high spirits? Don't tell me you got scared by that one fight. If you so order, I am ready to go to battle with Lancer right now. Archer protests silently that we should do so. Oh, Archer protests silently that we should do so. I see. I guess I look depressed. Of course not. I'm staying in only because I don't do anything pointless. Anything pointless? Well, all the masters aren't present yet. Tonight couldn't be helped, but I wouldn't start fighting before we get the signal. My father told me this is one of the rules of the Holy Grail War. Cough, cough. That was really cough, not me like, haha, cough, cough. Ironic. I see. So your father was also a master. Archer nods understanding. Then Archer makes a troubled face and starts to ponder something. What? Do you have something you want to say? Yeah, there's something I forgot to ask. Reen, you've been raised since you were small to be a master, and you've accepted that, right? So you've expected to be a master since the beginning. Of course. Well, there certainly are masters that are suddenly appointed, but I'm different. For the Tosaka family, the Holy Grail War has been our earnest desire for many generations. I thought so. So having been raised to become a master, you must have a purpose. I forgot to ask about that. I cannot swear my sword to you unless I know my master's wish. So, Reen, what is your wish? Wish? I don't really have one. What? Oh, Archer's making a funny face. That can't be true. The Holy Grail is an almighty grail that grants wishes. Becoming a master means obtaining the Holy Grail. So how can you say that you have no wish to grant? Archer is asking with a serious expression. Oh, I see. The master's wish after obtaining the Holy Grail isn't irrelevant to the servant. But it's strange. Father said the servants have wishes as well, but that is their only wish. I don't think Archer should be concerned because I don't have any wishes. Alright, if you don't have a specific wish, why not wish for something ambiguous, like ruling the world? Why? Why? The world is already mine. Hey now, Archer. The world is just another word for the things you value around you. That's something I've had since I was born. If you tell me to rule such a world, I already rule it. Archer looks at me with a troubled expression. I'm amazed. The guy really is hard-headed. Ridiculous. The Holy Grail is a power to grant wishes, a power to obtain the world. Are you saying you're seeking it, yet you have no wish? But ruling the world without would be so troublesome, and there's no point in wishing for something so pointless. You seem to lack imagination. I don't understand. For what then do you fight? I fight because there's a battle. Oh, that's a comma. I fight because there's a battle, Archer, and I'll take whatever I can get. I don't know about this Holy Grail thing, but I can just use it when I find something I write. Something I want. Hang on. As a human, there are infinite things I might want in life. So you're saying... Yes, I'm fighting to win, Archer. Archer's shoulders slump. Maybe he's disappointed in my opinions, but it seems he's finally relaxed. I give up. You're certainly a worthy master for me. I find it hard to deal with that type of comment, so I wish he'd stop saying such things. Huh? A servant has no right to choose their master, but I'll ask for the heck of it. Why am I a worthy master for you? It goes without saying. You're unmistakably the strongest master. No one would be a better master to serve than you. Oh, thanks. It doesn't sound like flattery when you say it. I look away because I'm embarrassed. I find it hard to deal with Archer because he speaks frankly like this, even when he's so cynical. But well, I'm honestly happy that he trusts me. I trust Archer and he trusts me. I don't think this sense of solidarity is a bad thing. Well then, let's take a break. Even if the seventh master is going to appear, it won't be right now. Wait a minute, Reen. What just happened to that? Oh, that was him. Well then, let's take a break. Even if the seventh master is going to appear, it won't be right now. Thank you, Truck. I don't know if the mic picked it up though, because it only picks up directly in front of it, but it could have. Wait a minute, Reen. What happened to that jewelry of yours? You mean my pendant? Oh, I forgot it. It's out of power, so there's no use for it, right? That's true. But, well, if you say so. Yes, it's a memento of my father, but it's not like it's my only memory of him. That's no good. You don't have to be that strong, Reen. So saying, Archer takes out the pendant I left at school. Oh, you went and picked it up for me? Don't forget it again. It only looks right on you, Reen. And if he's embarrassed, as if he's embarrassed, Archer looks away as he hands me the pendant. I see. Thanks. I accept it. To be honest, I don't know if I should be embarrassed or cool about it. The pendant is as it was. As expected, there's no magical energy left in it. Empty of magical energy, it's just an expensive but ordinary jewel. And it doesn't hold any power. Hang on, I need to let my dog out. Okay, I'm back. Wouldn't be a Dark Panther video without an interruption. I'm actually surprised we got through like the last two without one. Okay. Da-da-da. There's no magical energy, just expensive jewelry, and it doesn't hold any power. But as Archer would put it, even though there's no power left in this pendant, it still has meaning as something my father specifically left for me. Then maybe I can just laugh off the fact that I helped the guy by sacrificing my trump card. Hey, wait a sec. Something clicks in my head. I wasn't thinking straight back then because of my regret, but thinking about it calmly, I missed something. He saw us, so it'll be dangerous unless we adjust his memory. Basically, Lancer prioritized eliminating the witness over his battle with us. Lancer's thinking probably matches his master's, so If such a master finds out the guy they killed didn't die, what would he do? He wouldn't let that guy keep on living. Wait, was Reen speaking there? He wouldn't let that guy keep on living. I get up off the sofa. It's been 3 hours since then. I might not make it, but after all I did, I have no time to... I have to make it on time. I think she said that. Hang on. After all I did, I have to make it on time. Yep. I run through the night. Fortunately, I know where his house is. No, I didn't look it up, but it just so happens that an acquaintance of mine goes there quite a lot, though I've never been myself. Honestly, you're just taking on unwanted troubles. Archer has no interest in cooperating. He was against saving the guy when he was dying, and he's against me going to help him right now. It's midnight. Under the cloudy night sky, we reach the Japanese-styled house. There's no sight of anyone in this house on the edge of the residential district. There aren't many houses around it, and there's no one to come and help if something happens here. I cannot read today. My breath is white. A wind starts to pick up. It must be quite strong as the clouds lift to drift fast. The supposedly warm wind of Fuyuki sends a chill down my spine, making me tremble. Even if Fuyuki City is considered warm, it's still cold on the hill. The air around here is frozen. I strain my ears in the cold atmosphere. In the frozen feeling, I feel a small sense of an enemy. He's here, the servant from before. I bite my lip. His presence is perceptible on the other side of this wall. Lancer is in the house already and about to kill the same guy who has just come home without a clue as to what happened. I'll have to jump in and beat him. I'll worry about what happens next when it happens. I'll worry about what comes next when it happens. Just as I am about to command Archer, just as I am about to command Archer to go in. Reading is hard sometimes. Don't judge me, okay? A bright white light, like a fallen sun, comes from within the house. The presence is eclipsed by another presence. The wave of power from the servant Lancer is consumed by an even larger wave. The instantaneous explosion of either gives the spiritual being a body, summoned to overpower Lancer. No way. I can only mutter, but it's true. To prove it, Lancer jumps over the wall and leaps away as if fleeing from this place. Hey, Archer, is this another one of your hypothetical scenarios? I don't know, but this makes 7. All the masters are here now, Reen. Archer answers calmly. I've lost my normal judgment. That's why I didn't even consider the obvious event that would follow. The wind blows strongly. Clouds cover the sky like an umbrella. The unlit suburbs are enclosed by darkness. Shwang, and the servant jumps over the wall, coming down like a demonic bird. Archer has reacted already, but I couldn't react. That was my mistake. The battle ended with that small opening, not even lasting a second. It might have only been a second for me, but for that servant, it was an opening that couldn't be ignored. A sword rushes for me. Huh? Archer? Archer pushes me aside and the servant slashes him. It happens in an instant. Archer, who handled Lancer's fury of attacks beautifully, has been taken down with one blow. Archer! Archer! Disappear! But I make it in time this time. Just as the enemy servant is about to cut off Archer's hand with her blade, I forcibly remove him. A pain in my right hand. It must have been excessive command, so command spells disappear from my hand. Wait, now there's only one remaining. Okay. I didn't remember that happening. I thought she would have more later on. Now there's only one remaining, but this is for the best. Rather than having Archer die, I would preferably lose 1 or 2 command spells. Giving no consideration to Archer's disappearance, the servant attacks me. Don't underestimate me. I take from my pocket a topaz with a wind spell stored in it. Then I launch all my magical energy it contains at her without processing it. This thing, which can blow away a house without a trace, is a bundle of wind spells I've stored up over time. It's one of the 10 jewels I've been putting my magical energy into for 17 years without rest. I'm using all the magical energy stored in it, so even if I can't defeat her, it should at least slow her down a bit. No, not even that. It did nothing. The swirl of wind that instantly tears apart anything caught within it disappears like a magic trick the instant it touches the servant. Such strong magic resistance. Mere magical energy from Magus cannot hurt the servant. So, this is it. She can't be hurt by magic, and I've lost the protection of Archer, so I can't stop the servant. I barely managed to avoid one blow, but that's all. I look up at the night sky. In it is the figure of a cold-hearted death who is looking down at me as I lay miserably on the ground. Ooh. I like that. That looks super good. I love that. Never mind, that's the thumbnail now. But I'm gonna have to put the logo on the opposite side, because that looks so good. Okay. Exit menu. What? The wind blows. In between the dark clouds and the spiral sky, the moon shines. The falling moonlight and the beautiful face. This is the servant that drove off Lancer, defeated my Archer in one strike, and annulled my magic with no trouble. That magic was splendid. Ooh, what voice should I give her? That magic was splendid, Magus. The girl's voice is like a bell. The girl's. Yes, this voice is like a nightmare right now. It's only natural. The more beautiful my enemy is, the more of a nightmare it is that I cannot believe the difference in her strength. But this is your end, Master of Archer. The point of the sword shines brightly. On the verge of death, I understand. With just one look, without proof, this is the card I wanted. Hey, that's the card I also want, but will never obtain because she's only ever on the story banner. It's fine. Fate Grand Order issues. The one said to be the strongest of all servants, the hero of the sword. I look up at the moon, accepting my death. There's no time for me to flee or plead for my life. I will die here until Sakharin's Holy Grail War will end on the third day. There is only disgrace and regret, and I will probably vanish bearing a grudge against my enemy. But still, I don't feel anything. Something must really be wrong with me. Even though I'm going to be killed in an instant, I adore her again. That's right. If you ask for regrets, that's it. But I guess it can't be helped. Because she's the most powerful servant. Because her figure is just so heartless, so infinitely valiant and so beautiful. Hold up, my window just got smaller. What the freak just happened there? Nani the fuck? There's an anime opening and I don't have volume. Ah, it just expanded again. Darn you, constantly changing window sizes. Ooh, but it actually has like a loading screen. Oh wait, that's weird actually. Do I click? I don't know if I click load or not. Do I click start? I want to go to config. What the frick? Hang on. Also, it just changed sizes again. Hang on. Apologies for the unprofessionalism. But I now have to readjust it. Okay, there we go. But why isn't there any audio? Why is there no desktop audio? I actually don't know a whole lot about this. Yeah, the window capture automatic. What the freak? I'm sorry that this is taking a second, but I'm like, but we just got the anime opening, and there wasn't any audio recording. And I did just put up an episode. I put up episode 3 today to date this one, and when I was editing that one, I also noticed that there wasn't any music because I didn't have to adjust like the levels, like, so you could hear my voice over the game volume. But on the last 2 episodes I recorded, it was showing. What is happening? Hang on. What? Yeah, save changes. Okay, well now I'm getting desktop. I had to throw in it as desktop audio too, but it's also peaking. I want to turn down that gain a little bit. Well, I'll look it up and throw it in there and completely remove me talking. Yeah. In video, I was talking there. Actually, I might not be able to... Well, I could actually probably get, like, the audio for it. Because I know I have a way to download audio from YouTube, but I'm not... I don't know how to download videos anymore because they keep changing it. So I can download the audio for the opening, and then I can sync those two up. That actually sounds like a lot of effort, but you know what? I want to hear it, and I want it to be in the video. And now I'm a little tilted that for some reason it wasn't recording audio to begin with. If there wasn't, I mean, the bars were moving the last 2 episodes, so I don't know why it's now not. I'm very confused, actually. But alright. And it's consistent, because I'm guessing it's just like doing like menu music, like... Did it just peak when I touched it? Alright, I'm just gonna hit start. I am the bone of my sword. Steel is my body and fire is my blood. I have created over 1,000 blades, unknown to death nor known to life. Have withstood pain to create many weapons, yet those hands will never hold anything. So as I pray, unlimited blade works. We'll go for a few more minutes because I started the episode like 31 minutes and like a minute into the recording, and we're only at 32 minutes, so I can go for a few more minutes. Actually, nah. That seems like a good place to end. So I'm going to end the episode there. We'll get back to Shiro in the next one. In the meantime, I hope everyone has a fantastic day. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.